Hey everyone, I'm really excited to talk to you today because I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you to stop falling apart at the seams and making really horrible decisions that are just a domino effect in your life where you can't even catch your breath. So if you are interested in these 5 tips and you're interested in learning how to stop making poor decisions that just keep going down the pike, that just don't allow you to live the life of your dreams, I want you to comment breathe in the comments below. Comment breathe in the comments below because I have a great guide for you. So I'm doing something new here. So I'm going to try this right now. And there it is. Type the word breathe in the comments below. So the reason why I really want to teach this training, and I'm going to say hello in a few minutes to a few people, is it's really important that you really learn how to tap into your wisdom. And one of the things, let me turn this thing off because I don't know how to do that. One of the things that I've had some really incredible things happen in my life, and especially recently. And I'm actually witnessing my dreams coming true. I had a huge dream that came true just this week. And I'm going to share more about that soon. And you'll find out I'm going to do a little training around that so you can find out what I did to make that happen. And I find that what's happening for me is that I'm not allowing life to happen to me. Instead, I'm happening to life. I'm always coming from the inside out into life and making decisions from a very positive place from inside of me, being aligned with my soul, aligned with my truth. Therefore, every decision I'm making is creating more of an expansive way of living. And it's also inviting in more of what I want to happen, more of what I want to receive, more of what I want to experience. Instead of inviting in chaos and accidents and losing things and people stealing your identity and crazy stuff that happens to people. So if you're one of these people, and you can don't even hit me with the likes and the loves on this one, if you're one of these people, if you're one of these people that you just feel like things are constantly knocking you down and things are constantly happening to you, I'm going to give you 5 tips that are going to help you to stop having that experience in your life. How many of you want to just live a life that is so much more in your heart, what you want to be experiencing every single day? Like give me the likes and loves with that, if that's what you want to be experiencing. So let me just come say hello, and then we'll start with the 5 tips. And I want to just talk about a few more things as to why this is coming around. Because what I found is, let me say hi first to people. Hi. Breathe. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Maria. Hi, April. Hi, Sashi. Hi, Martyr. Hi, another April. Hi, April. Hi, Layla. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Robin. Hi, Connie. Hi, Annette. Hi, guys. So if you think that, hi, Sandra. If you think that this is something that's going to benefit a lot of people that you know, please, by all means, share this video, because this is going to be a very concise video that helps you to stop the train wreck. Stop the friggin' train wreck. Stop feeling powerless when you're making decisions. Stop feeling like all you're doing is spending your time putting out fires. One of the biggest things that you have to do when life is like happening to you and it is chaotic, and I know people are dealing with very extreme conditions. They could be dealing with health, right? A sick child, sick elderly parents. Maybe it's money situation. Maybe you've lost your job. Being in the anxiety and the fear while that's happening is not helping you. But most people go to that. That's where most people stay. They're like, but I have to feel this anxiety and this craziness because this is insane what's going on. And it does nothing for you. All it does is attract more insanity. How do I know this? Wow. Well, for those, my name isn't up there. Marilyn Aloria. My name is Marilyn Aloria. Even though you're on my business page, it's going to go out in the news feed. Thank you, Laura, for not putting my name up there. So I'm going to teach you 5 unexpected ways to achieve your goals. So make sure that you put breathe in the comments so that you could get a really nifty, cool PDF from me that's going to be further on this learning. It's going to go, it's going to attach to this learning and teach you more on how to talk to your guides. And I'm just going to share a quick little story about my own life. So, and I've shared some of this last week, but my 39th year before I headed into my 40th year was one of the hardest years of my life. It was so friggin' hard. anything and everything that could possibly happen happened. The dog getting really sick, almost dying, me being really sick, not understanding what was going on, working at a job I hated, my hair was falling out. Like, it was just horrendous, driving my car into walls. I think I got into 5 accidents that year. It was just insane. And I didn't have the consciousness in that my time in my life, even though I was spiritual and I wasn't working as a necessarily as a psychic then and stuff. I don't want you guys figuring out my age. But I wasn't really fully conscious as how I was causing this chaos in my life. All I was doing was focusing on the chaos, going, oh my God, look, excuse me, God, what's going on? Look at what's happening. I was a victim to my circumstances. How many of you have had these experiences in your life and maybe you're still in it right now? Maybe you're not. And if you're not, it's really good. But if you're in this experience right now, write in the word experience. Just let me know how many people are on this experience right now. So for me personally, it was the thing that catapulted me into my spiritual life. I was already a spiritual person. I was already having experiences. I was already using tarot and different things. But it was really the time in my life that I was like, it can't go on like this anymore. I can't exist like this anymore. I can't exist on the bathroom floor crying my eyes out, begging someone to save me. I have to save myself. And what happened next? My guides showed up. So when they showed up, everything changed. Everything. And I'm sitting here living proof. Someone who came from a very, very rough upbringing. My father shot a gun at my mother when I was 4.5 years old in front of all of us, missed my brother by an inch. You know, we all have stories. I don't normally tell those stories because I'm over them. I forgive everyone involved. There was so much that went on in my childhood, so much that went on in my young adult, so much that went on in my 20s. You know, so much stuff went on in my life. And we all have these stories, but they don't have to constantly, our life doesn't have to be like that for the rest of our life. Our life can be our dreams. Our dreams are more real than our life. And your guides, whether it's your inner guidance system, your inner self, your inner wisdom, your higher self, whatever it is, whether it's God, I don't care. It could be this water bottle. I don't really give a crap what it is. Most importantly, you have to believe in something and you have to believe in yourself. And you have to believe that that something which is inside of you is guiding you to something bigger and greater. So I want to just hear if this resonates with you guys. Just write resonate, 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 resonate. If you're just joining me, remember to type in the word breathe and you're going to get my PDF. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips, 5 unexpected ways to achieve your goals. And you're probably like, well, Marilyn, you're not really telling me about your goals right now. You're just telling me about the difficulties you had. Well, when I woke up to the fact that I was much more powerful by here talking to my guides, I started achieving my goals. And it became, you know, in the beginning, it's like trudgery. You start going, like I talked about, and you're like, all right, things are happening. I'm seeing the synchronicities. I'm seeing the signs. I'm following them. I don't know where it's taken me. It hasn't really taken me to where I want, but I'm going. And if you keep that up and you keep making really good decisions and choices, all of a sudden it's like, so that's what I want to share with you. So I am definitely living my dream. I am getting ready to move and live more of my dream. And everything is opening up to me. And during this time of making this dream happen, which I'm going to share soon, not today, I'm going to tell you the synchronicities and the signs and really teach you. During that time, I hit a lot of things happening, friction and difficulties and experiences that were so freaking uncomfortable. I had a moment in this dining room chair over there where I saw myself ready to like hit the floor in tears. And I stopped and paused and went, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be in this process of transformation for the next 3 to 4 months. At that time it was. I'm not living my life from this anxious place. Not doing it. And I stopped it right then and there. So let me see what's happening down here, and then who's ready for the unexpected tips. If you're ready, hit likes and loves. Let me know you're ready. Make sure you put in breathe. And also share this video if you feel there's somebody out there who's kind of living a life that they're victim to it. Life is happening to them. They're not happening to life. How many of you want to be happening to your life? And do you know what that means? If you don't know what that means, let me know because I will tell you. But how many of you want to be happening to your life? So let me just check in and see what's happening here, and then I'm going to keep going on. Hi, Sharon. So excited you're going to do the class later on in membership for your soul. Oh, my soul stars. Any of my soul stars on here, hit hashtag soul stars. So I know my soul stars are here. Those are my membership for your soul people. So any of my soul stars here, I know you're here. I know Sharon's a soul star. Courtney's a soul star. So yeah, people are saying resonate, resonate. So that's great. Jennifer, resonate, Layla. A lot of my soul stars are here. So happy to have you guys. So do you guys know what it means to be happening to your life, not letting life happen to you? April, soul star. Do you know what it means when it means to be happening to your life and not making life happen to you? Is anybody lost on that? Is anybody lost on not knowing what that means? That's what I want to know so that I could help people. Look at all my soul stars. All right, so we're going to go. I'm so excited. I just got really happy seeing all the soul stars. Besides seeing all of you, it's just so nice. 5 unexpected ways to achieve your goals, okay? So if you're ready for this, hit the likes and the loves. Number 1 is, I lost it. Hold on. Technology. Number 1 is remember to breathe. Remember to breathe. Breathing is one of the quickest ways to ground and to connect with your guide and connect your inner guidance. And I want to give you a really fun, quick tip about breathing. Breathing is a way to connect with God. Think about it. Think about how precious our breath is. I once heard that, I don't know if it's, can't remember the name of the people that know this, but apparently we are born with a certain amount of breaths in our life. And that number is, if we want to believe this, given to us as we're born. And you think about, you don't want to waste those breaths because we only have a certain amount of breaths in our life. And I can tell you at moments when I'm feeling utter anxiety, all I do is a simple trick of walking and breathing. So when I inhale and I put my foot down on the ground, I'm inhaling all the way down into the earth. And as I exhale and lift my foot up and go to the next, I'm breathing all the way down to the center of the earth. And I just do that with my feet. And I'm just breathing in and out and breathing into the center of the earth and into center of me and back into the center of the earth. And before you know it, it's the quickest way to get grounded. And it's the quickest way to all of a sudden feel yourself filled with spirit. So if you want to try that right now while watching this live, matter of fact, let's all do it. I do crazy things in lives. Like I disappear and the cat shows up. The dog says, I love you. I don't care. So let's do it together. As crazy as this may seem, let's take a couple of steps and breathe into our feet and breathe all the way down into the earth. And you can inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. How did that feel? I know right away from doing it, while doing a Facebook Live, I feel connected. I feel connected to God. God is so important to me. Whatever's important to you, I don't care. It could be the tree outside your window. It's so important to me to feel the connection as to why I'm here. Because you know what? Then I live a more blessed life. I live a life knowing that I'm worth everything that I'm dreaming. I live a life that knows that when someone treats me not the right way, I can cut them off easily because I know that I am special. So let me know how many of that worked with you guys. And if you're just joining me, remember to type in breathe as I'm about to give the second tip. I like checking in with you guys. Some people don't like when I do that. but I like doing it. And I can't do the call to action. So just type in breathe, type in breathe. Remember to breathe. Okay. So now, number two, become present. Hold on. I'm just messing this up. First time I'm using this little trick. Become present. Become present. What does that mean? Well, we're going to do a little game right now, and I'm going to teach you how to become present. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to put your hand on your heart. It could be your left hand, the right hand. Left hand to me is feminine and receiving. Right hand is about masculine and doing. Doesn't matter. I usually have left hand on my heart, right hand on top of it. And I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to ask your guides or your inner guidance, what is it that you need to know? That's all. Just ask, what is it that I need to know right in this moment? How does it feel to ask that question and not necessarily hear answers? So now I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to scan the room, and I'm going to count to 10 as you scan. And you may think like, I can manipulate this. It doesn't work that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice where your eyes fell when I hit number 10. And notice how that thing that you're looking at makes you feel. How does it make you feel? So I'm seeing a chair that I bought when I bought my dining room table. I spent a lot of money on my dining room table. And the chairs that I bought, I just got my house. I was completely petrified. I was in debt. And a friend of mine just showed up and was helping me through the anxiety and the unpacking. And we went to the store to buy chairs for my table because I think I found this guy at a flea market, and he told me where his store was and I needed more. And she came with me, and we bought all these chairs. And I've had these chairs in my house, and people have sat around them, and I've done goddess circles here, and I'm leaving my house, and I've created such beautiful memories. So what is it that I need to know right now? I need to know that I'm going to be able to create these memories wherever I go. That I'm going to, probably not taking this table with me because it's not going to fit in the new house, but I'm going to have new chairs. And I got a house that is going to allow me to entertain more and invite people in and have all my friends from LA and New York visit me. And it just shows me that all that fear and anxiety I had about spending money, I'm going to cry on this Facebook Live, I'm sorry. It all worked out. It all worked out. So that's a simple idea. And guess what happened? You just became present. I shared my moment because I wanted to show you how my inner working works so you could start learning the questions that I ask of myself and how I evaluate things and make the symbols speak to me, really speak to me. So right then in this moment, if you're having anxiety and you stick your hand over your heart, this makes you become present. You can do this on your own. You just count to 10. And you may think like, I really want to look at that bench. I really want to look at that bench at 10. And if at number 10 you're looking at the bench, then you're supposed to look at it. And if number 10, a lot of times what will happen, your eyes are like, no, I can't look at the bench. I got to look at that book. So that'll happen too. So let me just check in and see how guys are doing. And remember, if you're just joining me, hit the word breathe, and you're going to get my new training. Gertrude said, I see a tree. I'm outside. Donna said that you are love. I love this. Donna says, great practice. I'm so glad. And I've got all my soul stars here. Oh, I don't. So if you're not a soul star, Cat's a soul star sisterhood. Hashtag soul stars are for people that are in membership. Sandra says, let's get somebody up here besides me. Sandra's a soul star. I'm seeing a tree with the new budding leaves due to a late start to the spring. It's telling me it's never too late to begin to change. I'm a big fan of Sandra's work, and so are a lot of people in membership. That's the path before will unfold as the tree growth does. It's in its own time. Being okay with the baby steps. I love this, Sandra. That was beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great. So, guys, share your experience, and I'll put you up there and have you share. And remember, type the word breathe if you want the PDF that's coming with this, which is going to give you more tips and tools. So, who's ready for number 3? If you're ready for number 3, hit the likes and the loves. And share this if you really think this is going to benefit somebody. Okay, this is one that I don't think you've ever heard me say. People in membership have, probably because I teach clairaudience, clear hearing. I did it again. You think I've learned how to use this tool by now? No. Speak it out loud. Speak it out loud. What do I mean by that? Well, many times we're in our heads, right? And we've got like all this craziness and this chaos going on. And even if we journal, that's a great way of releasing. Journal, I'm a big fan of journaling. But you can't always do that. Can't always stop what you're doing to journal. I only do it in the morning, really. I don't really have time to stop it. So I speak out loud all the time. So I'll speak about my issues and my problems out loud. And here's the thing. What happens is it gets me very clear in the head. It allows the clutter to go through my mouth and to release itself. It allows me to speak out some nonsense at times. Now, I've gotten so good. I'll be walking my dogs and I'll talk like this, and you can't even tell I'm talking because I'm not moving my lips and I'm talking all the time and I'm not moving my. I'm like a ventriloquist. You're probably like, Marilyn, we can't hear a word you're saying, but I hear it inside my head, and it gives me a release. So a lot of times, if people are around, I'll just do that and talk like this, and I'm really happy. And then this is what I know. They're like, probably, who's this crazy chick who's ever joining that's new? It helps. It helps you to clear the clutter that's in your head and your heart. It helps even sometimes more than talking to a friend, because you're talking to your best friend, you. You're talking to God. You're talking to spirit. You're talking to your inner self, your inner guidance. And it's so good. So if you like this tip, hit the likes and the loves and share it if you want. So now you ready for tip number 4? I just want to check in. Oh, I love this, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I'm in the hospital getting my husband's iron infusion. She's also a soul star. And I see a bulletin board with big, beautiful, colorful flowers right in front of me. Talk about, let me show that again, an anxious moment. You know, she's dealing with her husband. She's been dealing with the illness, with this situation. And she's able to take a breath and see big, beautiful, colorful flowers. She's able to change the moment. When you change the energy and change the moment like that, you're creating a domino effect of better things coming to you. Now, I am by no means sitting here saying you're causing all these things that are happening to you. I feel like that's a very difficult pill to swallow for most, a lot of people. I think things happen. We're existing in a world with other people. But how we react to them, what we do with them, who we allow in our lives, how we experience life, that's up to us. So great share, Jackie. Thank you. All right. So we did speak it out loud. Guess what number 4 is? Here. Now that's really tiny. Hear what you have to say. Hear what you have to say. What do I mean by that? And I really want to hear your experiences with this, guys. It's really important to me. And by the way, Jackie, that came in at 11:22. So look up that number. When you speak out loud, you hear things differently. Instead of when they're all in your head. You don't hear it as well in your head. But when you're speaking it out loud, you'll all of a sudden realize, like, wow, that's ridiculous. Or, Frank, who did that to me, that's not cool. Whereas inside, you might have been muffling up the emotions and being like, it's my fault. I used to be a it's all my fault type of person. Everything was my fault, So when you start speaking it out loud and you're hearing it back, you're like, it hits you differently. It also absorbs in your body different. It moves energy around your body and you get clarity and you're like, wait a second, that's ridiculous. Why am I freaking out about this? I've been here before. It's not a big deal. When you speak out loud, everybody do it right now, because unless you're in a place where you can't do it right now and just watch, like see the words going out of your mouth and into your ears. And then what happens with your body? A lot of times it can wash away your body. So you know what else you can do? I am beautiful. See that wash your body. I am amazing. I am gifted. Any I am in front of any kind of word like that puts you in instant power and connection with God. I am is God in action. Now, I know I'm talking about God a lot today. Again, I don't care whether you believe in God or not. I really don't. I think it's a personal preference. But that's my preference. So you could just say that. Just speak it out loud. And it feels so friggin' good. I feel like I talk a lot. And hearing it helps me so much to just cut things away. I'm writing the swords in the tarot class right now. It's all about cutting things out or our thoughts. It's like, cut that out, get rid of it. You don't need it. And it helps you to get through things so much quicker. So it also makes you realize if you're afraid of something, you're afraid to hear it, you're afraid to hear what's really going on. It makes you deal with emotions that are buried. And buried emotions keep your true wisdom away. So you don't want emotions to be buried. All right. Now, is everybody ready for number 5? Number 5. And if you're just joining, remember to type in breathe. Because if you type in breathe, you will get my PDF. My PDF. All right, let me just see what's happening. Hi, Lorraine, another Soul Star. Any Soul Stars hit hashtag Soul Star. Hi, Mary Lynn. I can relate to everything. Everything's my fault feeling. Yeah. So you really want to notice when that shows up, April, and you want to work with it because it's not everything's your fault. And taking on responsibility that everything's your fault doesn't allow you to move forward in your life. And it was so big for me because it was always my fault when it wasn't when I was growing up. And then I started you don't have boundaries then. Boundaries are like blurred beyond belief. So the biggest thing I have to say in all of my trainings, you are not allowed to beat yourself up when you have these recognitions. You're just not allowed to do it. You have to love yourself through them. I just said that to somebody in membership who was beating themselves up over something because they were away and didn't get to some lessons. And you have to notice when you do that in your life too. How much do you beat yourself up? You're not allowed to do that. You're only allowed to say, I'm in observation, I'm learning, I'm loving myself through this learning, I'm committing myself to change and to wake up and be different and explore my life and my love inside my heart. And that's what you have to do. All right, number 5, act as if. It's one of the best acting exercises I learned that you take into real life. Try what you want on for size. I do acts as if all the time. You know how I do act as if? Walking down the street with my dogs, Oprah's standing next to me, and we're having a conversation. And I'm discussing with her something that I'm struggling with. And I'm hearing what she says to me. Or it's Tony Robbins or whoever, the person of my flavor of that week is, Gary Vee. I like the strong-minded people that are like, rah! I like that kind of tough love stuff. So acting as if allows you to step inside the dream that you have in your heart. And many of you are afraid to do that because you're afraid, like, Marilyn, but what if it doesn't come true and I get disappointed? Well, staying in the energy of what if it doesn't come true because I'll get disappointed just keeps you in disappointment, just keeps you out of it. So you try something else on for size. Try on act as if and step into it. And you're going to feel so much better because what happens is, this is what happens when you act as if. So say I'm acting as if Oprah just called and she wants me to teach one of my classes to that students that she has at master class. And I see myself in a big room with her at a conference and I know how I'm going to greet her and not be all afraid to meet her. And talk about my stuff. And when they're asking me about building faith from within and living your life with faith and believing in yourself, I'm so passionate about that. And we have this great conversation. And they're like, yeah, we want to sign you on. This is amazing. And this is the percentage cut and all of that. How do I feel? By acting as if, saying it to you out loud and I can see it. I'm really good at visuals. So for me, it shifts something inside of me that makes it a possibility. Now, do I in my intellectual mind believe that that's going to happen tomorrow? Not really. But what I do know is it just made movement for something to show up in my life for me to take action. So what may show up, and this did happen to me, I decided after being so engrossed in a big tennis group, I couldn't think about leaving. I didn't know where I would find other tennis people. And I was so in love with tennis, but I was not in love with my coach. We were not getting along. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then this tennis situation appeared. And I've had this Oprah dream for a while. And there I go on the tennis court playing with just 4 of us. Who am I standing next to? One of the senior VPs at Oprah, who talks to Oprah all the time. And I'm friends with. Now I play tennis with her all the time. She doesn't know I have this dream. I wouldn't do that just yet with her. But anyway, we were at a dinner party. We play tennis all the time. I know her. So that's what happens. And what happens then? I remember meeting her. That's when I met Charlize Theron. Yeah, I just met a lot of people. I'm not going to get into name dropping. I just can't stand that crap. And what happened for me too was like, I'm ready for this. I feel worthy of this. I was surrounded by big, heavy hitters, and I felt ready for it. That's what it does for you. That's what As If does for you. It gets you ready for the big dreams, because you think you may be living in a 1-bedroom apartment where you're miserable and you're just cluttered up to the max and you're on disability. I'm going to paint the worst picture. And the car just stopped working. And you want to talk to Oprah tomorrow. You're not energetically ready to talk to Oprah tomorrow. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You may disagree with me, but I know self-sabotage. So As If allows you to imagine. It allows you to try it on for size. It allows the universe to know this is what you really want, not I'm afraid of being disappointed, because what shows up is even better. Oprah, I may never meet Oprah. I'm okay with it, because what it does for me is it inspires me into action to teach even more, to make sure I show up on my Facebook page every week, to dedicate all my energy to membership. You know, I don't even read anymore. People want to get in for readings, and I'm going to try to make room, but it's like my members are my peeps. And that's what it does for me. It allows me to do what I think Oprah would give me more audience, right? So I'm not waiting for Oprah. I'm doing it on my own. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you believe it? Acting as if can take a whole day. You can take a whole day of acting as if. And it can be so much fun. So I want to check in with you guys. Remember to type the word breathe if you want the PDF. We did this training really fast today. So I want to try to help you wherever you're stuck or wherever you're having experiences where they're not, that you're not having this, that you're hitting a wall, and why you're hitting a wall. So that's what I want to know. All right, so let's see what's going on. Oh, I love this, Derek. Thank you for sharing this. Derek says, my Instagram post last night said, don't forget to breathe. And I wrote about stepping into awareness. This whole talk is a huge synchronicity for me and is helping me align with clarity. Thank you. Derek, you are so welcome, and thank you, because that's what I'm talking about. He didn't get a knock on the door from somebody who wants to publish his book, whatever it may be, or buy his painting. What he got, though, was synchronicity. So he got to see how the universe shows up. I couldn't have timed that better if I planted you, Derek. Shows how the synchronicity shows up and allows you to start opening up to more, to start believing, to start trusting. I'm going to be doing a training on this, and I'm going to show you guys what happened to me. I'm going to tell a story, and then eventually it'll be probably a masterclass webinar. So if you guys want that training, write training in here, and when that training is ready, we're going to be doing it in a Facebook group. We will hit you up and make sure that you find out about that training. So that's going to be a special training. Hi, Jocelyn. It's sunny in the UK. She always tells me, Jocelyn, I'm moving up north where it rains for 3 solid months. I'm very happy. I missed you too, sweetie. All right. Mary Lynn, how are you, my Mary Lynn? Yes, I understand 100%. Acting as if has gotten me through a lot of tough decisions. I love that. I love that. So if anybody's struggling right now with everything I said, let's go through the tips really fast so you guys have them, because I went through all of them. And then in the meantime, if there's some place that you want me to support you, let me know. Okay, so tip number 1. Let's go back to tip number 1. Tip number 1. Oh, no, don't do that, Marilyn. Remember to breathe. Tip number 1 was remember to breathe. So this was that walking technique that I did in the beginning, taking steps, breathing into the earth, just pausing and remembering to breathe. Remember, if we only have a certain amount of breaths in our life, if that was given to us, I can't find the word I'm looking for, many of you might, but if that was given to us before we were born and we were told you have this many breaths for the rest of your life, let's use that breath really well. Okay, that was number 1. Number 2 was, so glad Molly Mahoney showed me how to do this. Become present. Become present. We did that beautiful thing where your hands over your heart and you close your eyes and you ask any question at all, really. I just had you all ask, what is it you need right now? And then open your eyes and scan the room for 10 seconds. And then communicate with that thing that you see. Ask how it makes you feel. It's all you have to do. Ask how it makes you feel. And then number 3 where's number 3? This is one of my favorites because I think I learned this from my mother. She used to talk out loud all the time. My nose always does this, by the way. It's because I'm speaking my truth. Speak out loud. Speak out loud. Speak out loud. Speak what's going on in your head out loud. That's what was number 3. And number 4 was, when you speak out loud, hear what you have to say, because it's going to wash through you different and it's going to clear you up. And then number 5 was act as if. Act as if. Okay, so let's see. And remember to type the word breathe. All right, so let's see. Oh, good. A lot of people want that training. I had a feeling. So anybody, this isn't going to go into a bot. I'm going to have my assistant come back on here and invite you to a special training that I'm doing that's going to show you exactly what happened through my dreams. I'm probably going to do it as a storytelling at first, and then eventually I'll do it like a slides thing. So you're going to learn about exactly how I made my dreams come true and all the synchronicities that happened in my life, which was pretty incredible. So it doesn't look like anybody needs help right now. So let me just look at some of the past comments. If you're feeling stuck in your life or how this resonated with you, I love this, Donna. I'm acting as if I'm a famous published author of mystery books. Donna, you know what I'd give you to do, sweetie? Dun, 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 dun. So this is what I used to give people. When I did readings, I always gave action-oriented stuff. I do it in my work now. So Donna, what I want you to do is, I don't know where you live, but if you can go to a bookstore you've never been to, you have to go to one you haven't been to. It has to, even if it was a Barnes & Noble, it's got to be a Barnes & Noble that's laid out different, so you don't know the children's sections here or that. And before you go in, I would like you to do that hand over your heart exercise, and I'd like you to ask Spirit where they want to take you in the bookstore. Now, they may take you to cookbooks. They may take you to magazines. They may take you to the nature section. You're not going to worry about any of that. All you're going to do is go on a little journey, and anybody can do this, whether you want to be an author or not. It's a really cool exercise of giving yourself over to your guides, because that's what I'm trying to teach you. If you saw how much I've given myself over to my guides, which you're going to get when I do that training, you're going to be amazed at how much I trusted and how much everything showed up. So when you do this, what happens is you may go to the nature section or the cookbooks and be like, oh, I want to write a mystery book about cookbooks now. And I'm going to send it into Better Homes and Gardens because, or some cook magazine. All this inspiration will come in. Why? 1, you're acting as if and standing in faith that you're trusting it. Number 2, you're doing something different. And number 3, you're opening yourself up and trying different type of energy on, a different type of experience, so Spirit can speak through you. And that's what many of you are missing. That's why I did this 5 unexpected ways training, because when you practice these 5 simple tools I gave you, what happens is you connect to Spirit and you start getting inspirations. And then when you're doing like the as if exercises, you start taking action on the inspirations. You recognize that you can't ignore them anymore. So I think it was Mel Robbins said it. I was watching Mel Robbins, so I always like giving credit to the people that I learned it from. If you can't do it, because a lot of times I get inspirations when I'm running, I write it in my notes. And even if you don't act on it, just writing it in your notes. It was Elizabeth Gilbert. If writing it in your notes, can't remember where it came from, doesn't matter. It helps you to release it and also give credibility to it. Many times we'll be in our, like, getting a great inspiration and we'll be like, yeah, I do this a lot. And I have to stop it. Yeah, thank you. I'll remember it later. You don't remember it later. And Spirit's just like, all right, you're not going to use this? I'm going to give it to them, and that's fine too. That happens. That's okay. So, but anyway. All right, let's see. I love this, Sashi. Sashi says, I'm acting as I'm going to meet my soulmate. I'm acting as I'm going to meet my soulmate. So I love that, Sashi. So what you would want to do with that is definitely do something different. I teach a souls list. It's on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel and you can read about it, and do things like I'm very comfortable with being alone. I'm like really independent. Go to a coffee shop or go to a flower store and walk around and imagine that you're getting these flowers, or just do something that makes you feel love. Go to I always go over coffee and tea shops because I never make time for them. And when I do, it always feels like such a special moment for me. Pretend they're with you, enjoying a cup of tea with you. Watch, I'm a big fan of Hallmark. Watch love stories and love movies and simple ones, not ones where they're like killing people to get to you. Do things like that that bring love into your heart. Write a list of what brings love into your heart and do something, that's a good one, every day. Write a list that brings love into your heart and do something every day. That's a good one. I like that one. Write a list that brings love into your heart and do something every day. And what could that be? That could be drinking a cup of tea. It could be kissing your dog. It could be buying an eyeliner. I don't know. Whatever it is. All right. I like that. Well, Robin, what I would say with this, because you're having a very difficult moment, she's going through disability and she's bringing up 2 teenagers by herself and she's trying to stay positive and she's waiting on Social Security. What happens with that, sweetie, is I'm going to say there may be something that you're not, the flow in the Social Security is difficult because you're so focused on the pain and the anxiety of not feeling well, not being, the fear of not being able to support kids is, look, I grew up with a single mother and I was hit with that fact a lot. I saw her struggle. So, this is how I learned it. And she was very much in the anxiety and the fear constantly, and it didn't really help her or us at all. So what I would suggest to you, it's definitely a fearful moment, but what I would suggest to you is really find where you can find gratitude, find where you can be thankful. Just try your best at night or during the day to just be grateful. I was reading Oprah's book as if I can't remember the name of the book, but she said that she was crying on the toilet, hysterical, called Maya Angelou, and Maya Angelou said to her right then, and I said this last week too, say thank you. Say thank you right now. And Oprah was like, what? Why? I'm telling you, and it helped. It helped ease the thing. And then the things that followed in the passage was really beautiful. And I can't remember exactly what Maya Angelou said. But I know from my own painful moments that when I can find the gratitude and find that, okay, this is happening to me for a reason. Why is this happening to me? What choices did I make to bring me here? How can I make better choices from this moment forward? You may even have more strength to call Social Security up at that moment and hit them with a gratitude thing. And all of a sudden the conversation changes. When I said, if I had to call the government for about taxes, I usually make sure I'm in that gratitude place, not fear. And the last time I had to do that, the guy was so friggin' helpful. It was amazing. I was like, see, that's how easy it can be. So maybe that's all you're supposed to do right now to get somebody attracted in who's going to help you in your case. But I also have to say, and this is for anybody with health and everything, health happens, I get it. But you have to ask yourself how you got there. What was your responsibility and what wasn't, okay? So I'm not saying this is all you, honey. Please know that I am being compassionate towards what you're in. I have a lot of compassion towards single mothers, more so than anybody probably out there, because my mother raised 4 of us. And what I can tell you, though, is we all make choices, and you just have to look at which choices you can shift today, sweetie, okay? And Robin, I just send you a lot of loving energy for this experience. And I hope you got some good stuff out of this live for you. All right, I'm going to look and see. Tina, you obviously just joined. So I would say watch from the beginning because you're going to learn a lot about how to draw positive relationships to you. So I definitely suggest that you come back and see it. If you haven't, let me answer that just in case. Because this is good for everybody if I just need to recap it. Breathe. Hi, Megan. If you're a Soul Star, hit hashtag Soul Star. Type in the word breathe and you're going to get my PDF, and that would be great. So Tina, for me, honey, positive relationships, when I find that I'm attracting negative people to me, I know that there's something inside of me that's struggling with either lack of self-worth or not feeling worthy, right? So I have to start getting clear. If I'm attracting negative people, then they're reflecting some type of fear of mine. They're reflecting some type of limitation I have. They are a reflection of something that exists inside of me. And even if what they have is so magnified compared to what little p I have inside of me, I know that I have to clear the p inside of me not a pea, like, like a little vegetable, just in case some of your minds went somewhere. I have to clear that out so that I can attract better people in my life. So I'll tell you where this happened, Tina, because she said she liked the stories. So I was getting ready to sell my house, right? And the people who sold my house were old friends of mine. And it's going to be unfortunate if they see this, but we're not speaking anymore. And there was a lot of fear in the sale of this house, a lot of fear when I first bought it, not when I sold it. And my own fear was bouncing off of their fear, and it was just a friggin' fear fest. It was just friggin' crazy. I want to curse, but I'm not going to. So I was getting ready to sell this house, and about 4 months before I put it on the market or even thought about, doing that, I was talking to my friend at the time who was going to represent me, and I saw that fear again, and I went, I can't do this. My intuition was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. This is not who you are anymore. And I loved her. And I was like, I can't. She's been there for me. I got to give it to her. I went against my intuition. I gave it to her. And lo and behold, we're not speaking any longer. I got her out of the picture right away because something came in and it was not good for both of us. I'm not going to blame someone else. It was an experience for the both of us that was not good. And I hired another realtor right away. Here's a guidance. This is what I'm going to do in that training that I do for you guys. I went into a meditation not knowing what to do, feeling like my world was blowing up because I had a deal on the table and wasn't feeling safe or protected. And I went into meditation and my guides told me to call my brother, who would be the last person I would call. The last. We used to be very close and we struggled. And I called him and he stepped up to the plate. And thankfully, thank goodness for him, I sold my house and it was great. And I had a great realtor. So that's what you do. So I had to step back and say, what's going on? I'm feeling guilty, like I have to take care of her. I'm fearful because of the first time I sold my house. I'm in this process again. I'm going to create that again. That's what was going on for me. I was afraid I was going to create another. I was starting to create another crazy experience because that was my experience last time, and I halted it. This is what these 5 tools are about. I got present to the moment. I took some breaths. I spoke it out loud. I listened to my own advice, and then I dreamed of something bigger and better and got it. So I hope that helped you, Tina. All right, I'm going to take one more, and then we're going to end. Hi, Christy. Make sure you watch it, Merritt. Make sure you watch it. It's great. My little soul stars here. Let's see. I think everybody seems okay. I'm just seeing if there's any other questions. Oh, I love this, Gertrude. I love that. Mail the letter to yourself. Mail the letter to yourself. I love that. So here's the thing I'm noticing. I'm acting. So this is great. We all talked about, soulmate. Tina's talking about too, and Donna's talking about her bestseller. Elizabeth says, I'm a motivational speaker on stage. So I'll give some tips on that in a second. So what I want to say about that is, Catherine. I love Catherine. Let's hear what Catherine said. Catherine said, acting as if helped me transition from one career to another at a time when I was sick and felt lost because I could no longer do what I thought I was meant to. It got me into another career that I love, still doing what I'm meant to, but in a different way. I love that, Catherine, because I know what Catherine does. Catherine's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant writer. I love this, and that's exactly what it does. It helps you to think differently. It helps you to believe differently. It helps you to experience life differently, and that's really important. So one of the things, and I'm glad I grabbed yours, Catherine, when I was about to say what I was about to say for people who said they want the best-selling novel, they want the soulmate, they want the house, they want the disability checks to go smoothly, whatever it is, right? Be careful that you're not asking for those things from a powerless place. And when Gertrude, I think it was Gertrude, said she wrote letters to God, she's writing it from a powerful place. Unless you're writing, please God, help me, save me, save me, save me. That's not a prayer you want to be saying. You want to co-create with God. You want to co-create with the universe. You want to say, okay, universe, this is what I want. How are you going to help me get it? I know that we're in this together. I know you gave me this dream in my heart. I know you didn't need me to be alone. What do you want me to do? Where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? What do I need to say? What needs to happen right now? Give it to me. Give it to me. And they may not give it to you in the moment. Some of my membership folks, I love when they share this. They're like, didn't give it to me in the moment, but then I got it when I went to the store. And it's so great to hear. And then that's when you want to act. That's when you want to act on it. So be careful that you're not acting from things from a powerless place, because that's a habit. And that keeps you in chaos, things not working out for you, hitting the wall. When you ask from a power place, that's why the as if, I'm so glad I read Catherine's. When you ask from a power place, even if it's an as if and it's a dream in your head and you're having a hard time believing it, it helps you to start believing more and coming more into a powerful place. It also helps, this is a big thing, helps you to declare to the universe what you want. The universe can't give you what you want if you're like, well, I really want to be a best-selling author, but I don't know if I could do it. Can I do it? My mother said I'd starve. The universe is like, what do you want? You want to starve or do you want a book? I don't know what you want. And that's what happens. But when you ask for a powerful place, this is what always gets me in readings. When people say to me, like, I'm going to take this one because I love using this one as that. Should I marry him? I'm like, if you're asking that question, my answer would be no. But what I'd really like to say is, that's not the question you need to ask. The question you need to ask is, if I marry him, will we be able to create the life that of love and bliss? And how can we stay healing and healthy? How can we communicate often? You know, you want to ask our public, if you want to be a best-selling author, not can I be a best-selling author? No, I'm dreaming of being a best-selling author. What do I need to do next? That's what you want to ask in a reading. Where do I need to go? Who do I need to talk to? How can you help me clear the path? What do I need to practice every single day to be a best-selling author? Do you understand that? If you do, hit the likes and loves. Hit the likes and loves. All right, guys, I'm going to just check in. So, Becky's a tarot reader. Becky does a lot of stuff. So I don't know a lot about Becky. I've met Becky, and Becky's sweet, sweet, sweet. And I instantly liked her, and I was like, we need to be friends. And she does a lot of this work. She's a reader. She teaches. She does a lot of things. So definitely check Becky out. Hi, Becky. Yes, I know what your desires are, and the universe responds. Love this. You're welcome, Becky. Oh, it's so nice to see you here, Becky. So that is it. I'm glad I'm a safe place for you guys. Paula, let me just see. Thanks for being such a positive influence, Marilyn. Even though I may be already doing some of the things you're suggesting, listen to you provide some grounding experience. Great, great comment, Paula. I love that. Many of you may be doing this, but I know I talk about membership for your soul so much because I love, love, love that community. You want a community where you're doing it together, and because you grow from love, right? You grow from like Becky just showed up, and Becky and I do similar things, but I celebrate Becky, right? Becky's celebrating me by showing up. A lot of people in membership, Sandra, a lot of them do this work, and we celebrate each other. And you're probably already stepping out there, but don't you want to, I love that you said that, Paula, you want to be surrounded by people who are also doing it, you know, so that you're doing it together. I find, okay, so my mortgage broker, you're going to love this story real quick. I had all these different mortgage brokers, and some were real kind of like car salesman type of people. I know I just did a stereotype there, but sorry if some of you are car salesmen. And my mortgage broker is this real spiritual guy, and he's into affirmations. And he was the only one who said to me, because my taxes were like, anyway, he was the only one who said to me, congratulations, your business is doing well. This is great. This is what we can do. And then when I was going through a lot of things, he was affirming it for me. He was like, we're doing positive affirmations. I asked him to pray for me. He prayed for me. And every time I get off the phone with him, it's not a conversation of like, it's a conversation of like talking to two spiritual people, having a conversation, making a dream happen. And my realtors too, they're not definitely on the spiritual tilt as me, but I would say to them, they'd be like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm like, it's my magic. And them too helped. I called them, I said, they're not realtors, they're dream makers. You want to be around people who are dream makers, right? So I love that you're already doing this, Paula. And I'm sure there's a lot of people here that are already doing it. And I freaking celebrate the heck out of you. I want everybody living their heart. I want everybody living their life from their heart and their dreams. So with that, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to type in breathe if you want the PDF. I confused people with the training thing. I'll just repeat it real quick. The training thing is something I'm doing in the future, probably a couple of weeks. I don't know when. We will come back and comment underneath. My assistants are going to be like, Marilyn, what'd you do? But we'll comment underneath about where you can find that training. I know they're going to be like, what did you do? Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next week. Much love to everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.